Hey everyone, welcome back to another Dr. Twisted's Toy Time. I'm coming off of a cold, so I might be a little stuffy. I know I'm on the mend, but I figured I was good enough, and I have a pile of stuff here that I've been waiting to share with you. I got some stuff from Ross, Walmart, Five Below, eBay, Tell Creations, and vintage stock. So I wanted to show you some things that I got because I think this has been like over a month's worth of stuff. Oh, and I got a couple things at a thrift store, Goodwill. It's been so long I'm forgetting where I got everything, but I wanted to show you what I got. All right, first I will show what I found at Walmart, which my buddy these guys up and he told me about it, so I wanted to check my Walmart out because I didn't have this Gizmo figure yet. So they were on clearance for $8.50, and he was the last one at my Walmart, so I had to pick him up. So finally have the Gizmo to go with my stripe. Also at Walmart I picked up this orange Rob Roscop face deck. I have the green version, which the green version is the one I had when I was a teenager skateboarding. It was my first skateboard ever, so I loved that deck, and I skated that thing until it busted into pieces. So every time I see a Rob Roscop thing, I usually pick it up. So I love this. That was what I got from Walmart. Alright, for Five Below, I picked up the Beavis and Butthead build sets. I got my child into Beavis and Butthead, so we were watching these and we had a good time. We watched the movies and some of the shows, and when I saw these I had to get them to commemorate that. We like building puzzles, so thought these would be fun to do. Alright, now on to Ross. I went to Ross and they had this Zodak figure here. Love Zodak, so I had to pick this guy up. It's from the vintage collection. So I have him and Faker that I found at Ross before. So this was the second one I found. Very cool. And also I got this Fang Man. Now they had a bunch of these cartoon figures. They had Grizzlor. They had the what's the Shadow Witch? They had Bo. They had Leech, but I already had Leech. I was tempted to get Grizzlor, but I don't know. I just think he kind of looks silly, and I love the Fang Man figure. I have a different version where he's in a different colorway, but I don't have this version, and he was the only one they had there, so I picked him up. Shadow Weaver, that's what her name is, not Shadow Witch. Which I was tempted to get her, but I already had a different version, so I was like, I don't need like a million versions of all the figures. But alright, moving on. At vintage stock, the last time I went and picked up my sub, I found this guy, Morph. I had him when I was a teenager. I bought him brand new when I bought like most of these X-Men and X-Force figures when they first came out, and he was always one of my favorite ones. I believe I still have like the heads, but I know I got rid of the figure. So when I saw this, it gave me the nostalgic feels, so I picked him up. So thought that was awesome. Now I got some things off eBay, which you saw me get this Jabba's Dungeon, but I didn't have the hook and I didn't have the end piece. So when I went onto eBay, I found the hook. This is the original one. I actually found it was cheaper than the reproduction one, so I picked up the original one, and then the end tip pieces are reproduction, which this doesn't stay attached, so I'm gonna have to like glue it or something, which will be fine since it's a reproduction piece. If I find an original, If it's cheap enough, I'll pick it up, but this will be good enough for now. But I'm going to have to glue this because it doesn't even stay on. But I'm happy to complete my Jabba's dungeon, even if one of the pieces is reproduction. It'll still be great for display. Alright, at Goodwill, I found both versions of the Ice Cream Man. I really wanted these when they first came out, but I couldn't find them at the stores. They were gone, or they weren't even in my area. But apparently somebody picked a bunch of them up, because when I went to Goodwill, there was like 3 or 4 sets of each for 99 cents each. So I picked one each of up because I don't need a bunch. I'm not a reseller anymore. If I get rid of toys, I usually just take them to the toy store and trade. Alright, that was my Goodwill. I got a lot of stuff. Like I said, it's been over a month of, probably about 2 months, close to, of getting stuff. Now I got these guys like a few weeks apart. At first I picked this guy up, the Decion, the Skeleton Warrior. He's the glow-in-the-dark version. I believe they have a regular version, but I love glow-in-the-dark stuff, so I had to pick up the glow-in-the-dark one. And then the next time I got paid, I picked up the Shadow Demons. Always wanted figures of these to go with my Dungeons and Dragons kids. And I wasn't going to go on eBay, but I had a lapse. I got like a good paycheck. So I figured I'd go on eBay and look, and then I fell into the eBay trap of picking some stuff up. But I really wanted those anyway, so they were at really good prices, and I couldn't pass them up. So I think they were both like free shipping and like probably half the price of when they were new. So I was happy to get those at a good price. Alright, continuing on with eBay. Like I said, I fell into a trap, but I was doing it like every paycheck I'd get a couple things. So I finally completed my Burger King Addams Family set. They had the two of the bags unused. And at first, because the listing was for the Thing, Wednesday, and Morticia, which were the last 3 I needed. I never even saw these at our Burger King here, but I have the other 3, and they had all 3 that I needed in the listing, so I was like, perfect. Then I could just complete the set right from there. But they didn't send me the Thing at first. They sent me a cousinette, but I already had it. And I was like, I just messaged them, and you sent me cousinette instead of the Thing. And they're like, just keep cousinette. We'll send you a Thing. So I have an extra it for my buddy, or I just put it in to a trade box or into a box of giveaway box or whatever. But I'm happy to finally complete my Burger King Addams Family set. Also, Darkwing Duck. He was one of the last. I think I need one more figure. Well, actually 2, because I need Goslin. I'm not a completist, but I wanted Darkwing Duck. I have most of the other figures, like I said, except for Goslin. And I think, what is he, a walrus? Whatever that dude is. Which I do want to get him, but I've been wanting Darkwing Duck. He's always been one of my favorites. And I had him before, but he was missing his hat and his cape and his weapon and everything. So I found a great deal for the hat, and the cape was in one listing, and his gun was a great price in another listing. And then I picked up just bare bones Darkwing Duck for super cheap. Now the only thing I need now is his little binoculars, but I don't really care about those. But the hat does work, which I'm super happy about that. Which is button. So I'm finally happy to have a Darkwing Duck in my collection with his gun. and his cape and his hat. So those are usually always missing. But like I said, finally found some great deals. So definitely happy to have him. At a Facebook auction, I got this blurt ball, which was awesome. I have the mouth part already, so I've been wanting this part. So when he popped up on a Facebook auction, I jumped. And this was a... nothing can ever be easy. He sent it the first time, and it came all the way to my town, and it said it was out for delivery, and then it said my address, it didn't have the right address on it. In my address, he missed a number, so it went back to him, but it was just in limbo for a while. It took forever to get here, and then it took forever to get back, but then when it got back, we both about gave up on it, and it finally showed up, so he resent it, and it showed up, so super happy to finally have this complete blurt ball. Been wanting this one specifically. I like all the blurt balls, but this one I wanted specifically because I have the mouth part for this one. I have the mouth part for the vampire, and I have the fly, so I think it's like a frog or something. So I still need those two. But I got this one complete. Happy about that. And then I got the last piece I needed for my Arco Otherworld collection. Now, I had this one, and for some reason when I moved, it disappeared, and I ended up with two of the orange ones, which I'm like losing my mind because I know I had one of the orange ones, and I had the one green one. But then when I started unpacking everything here, I had two of the orange ones and no green one. So I don't, like goblins or ghosts or something came and took my other green one. So I got, my other two are complete, so I'm just going to take the saddle off of one of the orange ones and put it on the green one here. But happy to finally have the green one again. I'll probably find it now somewhere in one of the boxes in my wife's office or something. Who knows? All right, continuing on. That was all the eBay stuff. For Mattel Creations, I got these two guys. Now, they were having a, was it Memorial Day sale or something? It was some sale. And this guy, like, just came out. So I got him for, like, 20 bucks when he's normally, like, 35, I think it was. And then I got him for $11, which he was normally, like, 25. So I'm happy I waited on him, and I'm happy I waited on him too, because like I said, it was like a couple weeks, like right after this guy came out, and they had like a big sale. So finally happy to have these two in the collection. And lastly, I got the Pee-wee ventriloquist doll. Not one. This one complete with his suit, but I got two. This one didn't have his suit, and the person like made like a shirt for him, but I took that shirt off and I bought this Pee-wee shirt. But I want to size it down so it fits, because right now this, I got the small, but it still dwarfs him. But I want to get like a long hair black wig and put it on and give him a little goatee. And then I got my Pee-wee prison shirt from Polk County when I lived in Florida. So I don't know if this was actually his or not, but it's got a Pee-wee patch on it. So I kind of want to make a, it's too small for me now, because I used to wear that a lot, but it's too small for me now, so I wanted to size it down for him with this shirt, like make him actually fit him, and then give him like the long black hair and the goatee from his prison photo, and have both my versions of Pee-wee. I love Pee-wee. Paul Reubens was, like I said, one of my heroes. Without him, my sense of humor would not have been nurtured into what it is now. But there you go. there is my haul from the past couple of months that I was getting stuff. I know you saw the videos from the Missouri Comic Con and then the RubelCon. That stuff I got different from this. This was just all like local and then eBay, like I said. But there you go. What did you like best from the haul? I would love to hear it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Help my channel grow. And until next time, friends, peace.